What's going on, guys? It is the Geek Saga. I don't even want to say what time it is. I'm sorry, guys. A little late. A lot of things going on today that was out of my control. Yeah, I'm in my mom's basement, so ignore the paneling that's going on here. No, up at work again, but I got a new banner. Didn't have time to set up the lights, so I got this harsh lighting hitting me. Makes me look old. It's all right. Just kidding. All right. Welcome, guys. It is Wednesday, 7:30 plus time, and we're live. Here I am. It's been great. It's wonderful to be here. Sorry, I'm like trying to figure things out right now as I'm here. But I am back. Hope you guys can hear me. Everything sounds great. Everything looks great. Hold on, let me get this open so I can have this ready to go. But got a lot of great news, guys, for this coming week. I mean, as far as from geek history to our geek news that's coming up. No guests this week. I was hoping to have a buddy of mine on, but we're going to push him till next week, and he'll be coming on. He's a great guy, fellow veteran. He is a comedian. He's got a huge heart for veterans, even though he is in the Navy. I mean, I'll let that slide, but it's all right. Still love the guy, Josh. I'm going to have him on next week, talking about all that he does, and along with his comedy work. Hopefully we can get him to start coming on here more often to, once we get through our first initial interview, but he'll be coming along. Met him at Golden Apple during their free comic book day, which was a lot of fun. But let's start off. Let's just get into this. Let's go with talking about some people that we do like. And let's start off with Ulanzi. I would say that they're lighting this up, but they're not today, at least. But I do use a lot of their products, a lot of their lights. I really do love their lighting gear. The lights that I have that you usually see, when I'm in my man cave, that are lighting up on the side, all the background lighting. Here, we normally have a couple of the ring lights that we have set up that are lighting up. Again, didn't get a chance to do that, but they've got a lot of great products, guys. They've got camera cages, which I do use on my camera. If you ever see me at a con, my camera will be on, my SLR will be on the side. And it's got one of their cages. I love their stuff. If you go on to our Instagram, look at our link tree, you'll see the link for them. You click on that. It's an affiliate code for us. You buy from them. It helps us, obviously. So definitely go check them out at Ulanzi. Another group of guys that we like talking about is the Roosevelts. Roosevelts is a great company. I love their shirt. I honestly really do love their shirts, and I gotta change this thing because I'm when I see it on a bigger screen, I finally see how, yeah, it's pretty digitized, but it's okay. Pixelated. I mean, using an old man word, digitized. Anyways, too far. Look at those great shirts. They've got great IPs that they usually use. Everything from Universal to Marvel, Disney. Right there, you've got one that has. I never really looked at that shirt. Let's see, what is that? What's on there? Things. I don't know. But we've got Disney on one side, which is, Alice in Wonderland, which is a great shirt right there. This one in the middle is Ghostbusters. And again, I don't know what that one is over there. But I got one of their shirts. It's a great shirt. It's Ninja Turtles. They're great people. Check them out. Go on to roosevelts.com. Check out their shirts. They stretch. They're stretchy and soft material. So they work. Also, we got Wild Bill's Old Fashioned Soda. I was just talking to my buddy about this. I love these guys. One big reason, I mean, aside from that, it's really good. They are really good sodas, but they're huge. It's a veteran-owned and operated company, and they've now incorporated the family. So they've been hiring families of the veterans to work for them. If you go to any of the major cons, you will find them there. So you've got LA Comic-Con, they're there. WonderCon, oh no, actually WonderCon, they weren't there. But other major cons, if you go onto their Instagram, which is Wild Bill Sodas, you can see where they're going to be. They always put down a rundown of which events they're going to be at for upcoming weekends or for the month. But I'll tell you this, it's some great soda. It really is. I really do, even though I'm about to drink something that's not Wild Bill's. Sorry, guys. It's just your Dr. Bill's. Let's just say, yeah, it's Dr. Bill's. Yeah. Woo. No, but their root beers are really good, and I actually like to buy the root beer and then make actual ice cream floats with them. So good, such good root beer. But check them out. Go on to wildbillsodas.com. I would say, that tell them we sent you. They'll say, okay, that's cool. But still, go to them. They have these great cups they sell at the cons. You can get those cups, and then it's like $7 for an all-day refill for the entirety of the con. If you bring your own cup, they'll honor that too, where it's $7 for an all-day refill. And people go back to them all the time. But they've got some really great cups, and I don't have one here. But last but not least, Renegade Game Studios. They've got some great games, guys. I really do. I have the Transformer deck building game right there. It's a lot of fun to play and some really awesome art on there, along with the G.I. Joe. They got the G.I. Joe, My Little Pony. I always say this, but it's always weird that I go straight to My Little Pony. I think subconsciously it's because, when my daughter was young and I was like into the ponies. Well, she was into ponies, not me. No, but I was getting her all the ponies. I'd sit there and watch the cartoon. It wasn't a bad cartoon. I'm just not a brony. Nothing. Hey, nothing against you bronies that are out there. Good on you guys. Good on you. But not for me. Anyways, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If you see right there in that shot, it's got the little figures for the G.I. Joe game. It's actually really cool because they're pretty detailed little figures. So if you know how to play 5th edition G.I. Joe, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, rocking it tonight. Look at that. You'll know how to play these games really easy. They're easy to slide into, but they've also got a lot of the great games. Enough of that. I'm babbling on now, but that is it, guys, for that. Let me minimize the size of my head here. That's good. All right. Works for me. But there we go. Wow, I put myself on a larger monitor, which is really cool. Man, I need one of these at home. Actually, I need 4 of these. Oh, excuse me. I need like 4 of these at home. Just giant screen, just my head. Anyways, yeah, guys. So also, I want to give a huge shout out to somebody that is actually on our Instagram right now. That's to Darren, and also shout out to his wife, Veronica. Project Wish Upon a Star, guys. Check them out. Really do. Go to their website. Donate today. They are a great charity. They're awesome people. Darren the other day, like, he doesn't know this, and now I'm going to say this, but didn't know that I was having a pretty crappy day. And we were just talking a little bit, and the encouragement that this man gave, it's like, this man has a heart that's like, it's huge. It actually put a little crack in my heart, and a little bit of light was starting to shine. Not too much, but it did. But they've got huge hearts, and this charity is a pediatric cancer patient. They take pediatric cancer patients from the hospitals to the events, or they like to try to bring the event to the kids. Either way, they want to raise money for these kids. I heard a great story about Darren and everything that he's doing, and I'm telling you, I can't say enough about these guys. I love them, really do. I mean that. I don't use that very often, so take it however you want. But go to their website. We do have a link in our Instagram. Click on it. Donate today. Help them out. A lot of their own cash goes into these events, so let's help them to put on these events. Let's get out there and start really doing something for them, guys. So that's Donate Today, Project Wish Upon a Star. Again, the link is in our link tree on our Instagram. And also, I think it's on YouTube and it is on Facebook. I got to get it everywhere else. It's going to go up on our website. Darren, it's going to go up on our website too, just so you know. I'm going to put this, this banner's not bad. I made this myself. But I'm going to have a banner like this on there so you guys can click and go to their website and check out everything that they're doing. They'll be coming to the, oh God, what was the name of the con that's coming up? It is, let me look that up since I am straight brain farting right now. They are going to be at, which we are not going to make it, Powerhouse Comic Con. Check that out. Go there. It's part of the Colossal Girl Productions of Comic Cons of cons. Check it out. Go there. You see them. Let them know that we sent you. Tell them we said what's up. But on top of that, drop some cash on their table. All right. Or buy a bear. Actually, buy a bear. They have some cool, really cool bears from Build-A-Bear. Buy those bears and whatever else they have. Just do it. All right. Cool. Next, I also want to give shout outs to, and I, at the last few shows I had actual bags, and I'm actually going to be doing something new. If I find the time, but I am going to do this. I'm going to actually grab my bag because I go to Golden Apple, which Ryan, you guys are awesome. I love you guys too. I love going to your shop. But I picked up some comic books from there and like a couple of number ones. And I want to start like, look what I bought from Golden Apple. I don't have the bag, but I will have a banner up soon for them also. And also a shout out to We Can Be Heroes, Julio and Donald and all the guys out there. What's up? I love your shop too. I get out there. I was going out there regularly, like every week, but I had to cut down because every week was about $40 to $50 in comic books, not counting the gas. But I know, guys, it's okay because it's comic books, so why not? But get out to those two comic book stores. They always have great events going on. They always have like with We Can Be Heroes. Go onto their Instagram, We Can Be Heroes, all one word. And on Tuesdays is Donnie's Doozies. On Wednesdays is their claim day, which is you claim the books for, or no, hot list. It's like new book Wednesday. And then also Two Guys, One Box. And then Thursday, I think, is the claim day. So there's always something going on that you can buy comic books from them. And then at Golden Apple, they always have great signings and other people coming to their event or to their store. So check them out. Golden Apple is on Melrose and in Hollywood. And We Can Be Heroes is out in Chatsworth. So there you go, guys. Shout out to two of my favorite comic book stores. Go check them out. If you guys have a comic book store out there that you want me to come by to buy your comics and spend my money there, hit me up. I'll come by. I'll check it out. Maybe even get an interview from you guys. I'm always open. I'm always open to new comic book stores, and I'll start spreading the love everywhere. I'll get like a couple comics here and a couple comics there, but that's what I do because I want to spread the love. But if you guys want to find us, let's see. How do you find us? Does anybody out there know how to find the Geek Saga besides being on the show right now? Check us out on all our, right there. Look at the bottom. Why does it look weird? Or is that just on my side? Sorry, guys. If it looks weird to you guys, let me know. But right there, you got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. We got all kinds of places you can find our website. But all those places, which is our social media platforms, are all at the Geek Saga, just all together, the Geek Saga. If you want to hit us up for like your event that's coming up or whatever you want to talk to us about, hit us up on Instagram. I'm always checking that. I'm always open to talking to people, meeting new people. Or if you have something you want to send us, like a flyer, and I mean, let me say this before I start getting some weird pictures. Flyers for your event. And I mean events like, comic book signings or your comic book store, or you have a con that you're putting on, stuff like that. I don't want any weird stuff coming to the Geek Saga 20 at gmail.com. So that's another way to get us on email. So there you go. All the places you can get to us, all the people that we like to talk about and mention and see. And now let's move forward to our first segment, which I always have fun doing because it takes me back. To the days. And here we go to that's right, guys. This week in Geek History is really small on my chest. Let me fix that. I always forget I gotta fix that. There you go. But this week in Geek History, a lot of great movies, a lot of great things came out. There we go. That's better. How do I see that bigger? There we go. And this was actually one of my favorite movies as a kid. like we had a local video store that we would go to quite a bit, and I would rent this video quite a bit. And yes, when I say video, I mean VHS, square rectangle box thing, you know, two wheels in the middle, tape. That's what I used to watch this stuff on. But Harry and the Henderson was one of my all-time favorite movies as a kid. One of them. I don't mean it was my all-time, but one of my favorite movies. Harry and the Henderson was, oh my gosh, it had so much heart to it. And the work that they did with Harry and his face, and just the articulation of the mask that homeboy was wearing, which the same guy that's in this suit was the same guy that played the first Predator, and also he played the first Xenomorph, and I could tell you his name if I had it here, but I don't. So look it up and you'll find out his name. But he had played a lot of major monsters, but this one, like, yeah, they had like amazing articulation to the face of Harry and everything, but the movement, the body movement that he had, that he literally took in and embraced this character. You never got to see the actor's face, but you got to see like the facial. This movie, I honestly, when I was a kid, it made me cry. It always did, even though I knew Harry was going to be okay. But it was such a great movie. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, I'll give you a little synopsis about it. So, about the movie, a comedy film that follows the Henderson family, which, if you see it right there, John Lithgow was the dad, and then that kid was in the movie, and Homegirl and the other, yeah. You get the picture. So, as they adopt a Sasquatch and struggle to keep him a secret. So, this movie was directed by William Dears, who also co-wrote the script. Like I said, this movie was great. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun movie, and then there was a moment where John Lithgow was trying to get Harry to just leave, and he was getting mad at him and get angry, and it was like, you can, and he's not even real. That's not a real Bigfoot, but man, it was just like, oh, it hurt when you saw his face, because he was just like, really, I gotta go. Oh man, like I'm tearing up right now. But it was a great movie. I really love this movie, and you know what? I think I've got to go back. And I say this about all these movies, but I really do go back and watch them, because they bring back memories. And either I forget about the movie because it came out so long ago, but I mean, this was 1987. It's still, yeah. Ending was pretty cool in Harry's family. You're right. Seeing all the other Sasquatches coming out of the trees, which I just spoiled the ending for you guys if you haven't seen it. But I mean, come on. This movie's from 87. If you haven't seen it, where have you been? But little trivia about the movie. So in the UK, crazy Brits, the film was marked as Bigfoot and the Hendersons. And the soundtrack features music from Joe Cocker. Yeah, it was actually a good soundtrack too. But that kind of spoils the whole movie. If you see some of the movie posters, which this is actually the intro from the movie itself. That right there where it says Harry and the Henderson, that wasn't the movie poster. The movie poster, and there were several movie posters, and my favorite one was actually, you see just the eyes, and because I'm telling you, watch the movie. His eyes said so much, just seeing the eye movement, and they did an amazing job. I should have looked up who did the puppeteer work on the mask and everything, and again, it was the body language that it conveyed how he was hurt, and he was, but the movie poster shows the eyes, and then you just see kind of the hands holding a rose. That was one of my favorite movie posters, because the rest of it was all black and it just said Harry and the Hendersons. So it didn't really give much away, but you knew there was something big. And then there was other ones where it was like, you see the imprint of Harry that broke through the house and the family's looking out. That was more artwork done, but that was one of my favorite posters. So bad on you, UK. Come on. You gave away a movie. Should have just said Harry and the Hendersons, not Bigfoot and the Hendersons. But anyways, this movie premiered in 1987, and it was, again, like I said, it was a great movie. Loved it. Next, we've got another great movie, Con Air, released in 1997. Um, look at that glorious mullet. That crazy man right there. Nick Cage, where have you gone? You've gone so far. Has anybody seen any of Nick Cage's latest movies? Whew, those movies are, I mean, the only way I could put it are just straight bonkers. I watched this one movie, Mandy. I didn't know what was going on. I just know that I saw naked people and it was dudes, and I don't want to see a dude naked from the front. It's just wrong. But it was just a weird movie. I didn't know what was going on. So I think I got maybe 45 minutes, and that's a long time for me to stay with a movie that's really bad. And it's weird for me to say that I turned off a really bad movie. No, Lupe, not the new Superman, which we did see him in The Flash, which was a horrible movie, but they finally got to see Nick Cage in the Superman suit fighting the giant spider. And that's what we got. But no, the other movies that he's put out that are more, they're independent films. That's what they are. They're not big names whatsoever, but he's the big name in it. And I get it. He's doing what he wants because he can, because he's Nick Cage. But this movie, Con Air, I actually love this. And this was kind of like Nick Cage's comeback, because the movie previous to that, which is actually going to be mentioned later on in this segment, was the movie that kind of picked him up. And then all of a sudden now he was doing like action movies like Con Air. And then it was, Gone in 60 Seconds. And there was a couple other movies that he did that were like action movies. They were trying to do him as an action hero. But for this one, he had a really bad Southern accent, really bad. He was a Green Beret, and he was an honor, and this is what I don't get. An honorably discharged Army Ranger is trapped on a prisoner's transport plane when the prisoners seize control. So I didn't know he was discharged. It looked like he was just coming home because he was in his full uniform, his dress, his greens. And he beat a bunch of dudes up because they were talking about his girl, and they got into a bar fight and all blah blah blah. But he serves his time, and then he's all happy. And I wish I could do his accent because it was bad. Actually, if I did his accent, it'd probably be better. But it was bad. But John Cusack, John Malkovich, and then right there, creepy Steve Buscemi. He was creepy in that movie. Playing with a little girl and the dolls. But it was actually a really fun movie. It was a great movie. We got to see Machete in this movie too. He was in it. Dave Chappelle was in. I mean, the list goes on of all Ving Rhames, of all the people that starred in this movie, and it was a lot of fun. But trivia on this movie. Here we go. The film was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song and Best Sound, which is crazy that I don't even remember the original song that they're talking about. And but they lost to Titanic in both those categories. Come on, it's Titanic. The movie where Rose clearly had enough space on her door to be able to bring the poor kid onto it, and he wouldn't have froze to death. But once again, proving that the upper class still looks down on the lower class. Anyways, carrying on. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get on no soapbox and start talking, but you guys check out Con Air 1997. God, 1997. I saw this movie at City Walk when City Walk was still actually pretty cool to go to because it was fairly new. A year after me getting out of high school. So there you go. I'm old. But yeah, I saw it there at City Walk. Great movie theater back in the day. I haven't been there in a long time, so I don't know. Next, we've got one of my absolute favorite movies. Like I'll tell you, yes, I am a huge Star Wars fan. Huge. Don't get me wrong. I love the trilogy. I've grown up Star Wars, tattooed Star Wars, everything Star Wars. But here's the crazy thing. Back to the Future, number one film that I love by far. I watched that movie over and over again. The Goonies is number 2 right there. If not, like, they're fighting for number 1. But this movie is up there, 1987. So we got a 10-year gap between seeing freaking Nick Cage with his mullet and this movie. But this movie I loved as a kid, and I mean I still love it. There's, I mean, you guys could come on, you guys got to agree with this. Darren, I know, and I got 2 Darrens right now, so I just want you to know. So Darren from Project Wish and Darren from my work, you guys. Darren saw, actually both you guys have seen the back to the not the Back to the Future, the Goonies shirt that I have that I made up for the Geek Saga. That's how much I love this movie. And hello, Amy O'Neill. Got to meet her at Pasadena Comic-Con. Amazing person. She's awesome. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I have to say that right now because she's on. But I love that movie. And yes, I told her that I had the biggest crush on her. There we go. It's out there. But anyways, this movie, I love this movie. Like, as a kid, I wanted to be one of the Goonies. I still want to be the Goonies. Hi, Amy. I'm blushing if you can't tell because of the lights, but I am. But Jessica, yes, the Truffle Shuffle. Like, that's why I put it up there. But everything about this movie was like, as a kid, I wanted to be one of them. I wanted to be on this adventure with them. I wanted to just, everything. It was such a great movie. I loved it. And there's so much about this movie that I still love to this day. But if you guys haven't watched it, shame on you. Shame on you. Get out there, go watch it. You can go watch it on streaming now. You don't have to do what I did, or any of us that are a lot older had to do, which was watch it on VHS. But Richard Donner directed this film. Steven Spielberg produced this film. Richard Donner directed this film. If you guys don't know who Richard Donner is, again, shame on you. I know. But one of Thanos' first role. Yeah, exactly, Lupe. This was Thanos' one of his first roles. And then he went on to something great like Thrashing, which was an awesome skateboard movie. Dude, I was huge into skateboarding. Lupe was too, but that was a great movie with Thanos. Thanos on a board, Thanos in a treasure hunt. Thanos was everywhere back in the day. But Richard Donner also directed the first Superman movie, which to this day I still love. It's in my top 10 movies. I'll watch it just so I could hear that theme music at the beginning of it. But Richard Donner directed this. This film follows a group of kids attempting to find a pirate's ancient treasure to save their family home from foreclosure. There you go. There's a synopsis of this movie. Very short, to the point. But if you guys haven't seen it, come on. Go and see it. Go now. But so, trivia for you guys. This story was created by Steven Spielberg, and the screenplay was written by Chris Columbus. If you guys don't know who that name is, look it up. He did a lot of great ones. The pirate ship in the movie was entirely real and was scrapped after the shooting. That sucks. That would have been a cool thing to keep. Yeah. Which one was the best? Darren, which was the best? Superman, the Goonies, or Chris Columbus? So also, if you guys don't know this, another little piece of trivia, because I've dived deep into the history of the Goonies because I really do love this movie. And Goonies 2, the room, they're lies. They're not going to make a Goonies 2. They've been talking about that for such a long time. There was like one script that was going to be Chunk was coming back to Astoria because he got divorced from his wife and he had a daughter and brought her back. And then like they had a reunion going on, and then the kids were going to find a treasure map or something, go on some adventure, but the parents were going to go along with them. So that was one of the plots for Goonies 2. There still is, I highly doubt it, that they will make a Goonies 2, but it's a great rumor. And that storyline kind of is cool, other than, poor Chunk getting divorced. But, so they built that pirate ship. They didn't the kids didn't know what was going to happen. They'd never seen it. They didn't know about the water slide. They didn't know anything that was going to happen other than this is what's going to happen is you guys are going to go down these slides and then there's going to be more adventure. So down the slides they went, fell into that water. And when they came up, that those expressions that you see on their face as they're turning around were actual real expressions on their faces of them seeing the pirate ship for the very first time, which is seriously cool. I mean, just to think about it was pretty awesome. But yes, there you go. Goes to show how much I love the Goonies. Like, I want to get that shirt from Chunk, and not to, mention a sponsor from earlier, not really a sponsor, but, oh, really? You knew the stuntman for a slot? That's actually awesome. That's Darren that's talking to me. Sorry, I'm looking at him on Instagram. So you guys that are on Instagram, welcome. Everybody else over here on the other ones, welcome. But he lived not too far from me. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. But the Roosevelts actually has that version of that Hawaiian shirt that Chunk is wearing. They have that on their website. So you can actually purchase one that looks like it. So there you go. All right. Moving on to numero. Is this number 4? Yeah, number 4. The Rock. And I don't mean Dwayne Johnson. I was about to yell out his catchphrase, but I don't want to get sued for copyright. But we're talking about The Rock, as in Sean Connery, Nick Cage again, and a whole slew of other. Again, this is another one that's got like his movies had ensemble cast. It wasn't, yes, Sean Connery and Nick Cage were like the main characters, obviously, but then you've got like a ton of other guys that were in this. John C. McGinley, which if you guys don't know where he's from, you can see him on Platoon. Huge part of Scrubs, which I love. Who else loves Scrubs? Come on, anybody? Scrubs? JD, Turk, Dr. Cox, with the greatest name ever, Cox. But this movie premiered in 1996. So, as I mentioned, and if any of you guys live in Hollywood or live in LA back in the 90s, again, City Walk was the place to go. Like, it was the place. It was popping. You had the Hard Rock Cafe. You had all kinds of really cool stores, which they still do. I haven't been there in a while, but now it's gotten a little too expensive and just a little too crowded. But I actually saw this movie again at up at City Walk at their movie theater there, because it was just a really cool movie theater. And I was like, I gotta go check it out. So, and I love this movie. This was, again, 1996, just to age myself. Yeah, it was the year I graduated, and I was like, I'm free. I'm going to go do this. And I went to go see The Rock. How many of you guys went to go see The Rock that year that it came out? Come on, talk to me here. Sorry, I got to drink this. Keep me going. But I really did love this movie. This was like kind of like the jump start again, I would say, for Nick Cage to get going. Like after this, like I said, it was The Rock, and then it was Con Air, and then you had, a slew of movies just with him. Gone in 60 Seconds again, I'll mention, and so many more. Yeah, I rented it from Blockbuster too. When it came out, I rented it there, but then I also bought it from, oh my God, what was the VHS place that I used to buy movies from? It was like in the mall. I can't remember now, but I bought it on VHS, and then I bought it on DVD. That's how much I like this movie. And I've seen it numerous times streaming. So yeah, I like this movie. We were 5 and 6. Thank you, Jessica, for making me feel old. Darren and Jessica, yes, you were not allowed to watch this movie yet. But when I was 5 and 6, I was allowed to watch everything, because that's how the parents were in the 80s. But what's going on, Star Wars Win Props? Thanks for coming on. I do want to shout. I'm trying to watch both places for like chats and stuff like that. So, if I miss a chat or I miss something, you guys may say, sorry, but I am watching. But yeah, it was a great movie. So really quick, let's get down to let me give you guys the synopsis. I'm not going to do that. That's somebody else's thing. But a chemist and a former British spy work to stop General Francis X. Hummel from launching chemical warfare on Alcatraz Island and into San Francisco. Suncoast was the store. That's it. That was a store. Lupe for the win again. Dang, Lupe. You are the man. I miss Lupe. I really do miss having you a lot on our show. I know sometimes you're not able to, but damn, Lupe. Right on the money. Alcatraz Island and Into San Francisco. The film was nominated for an Academy Award. Can you believe that? This movie was actually nominated for an Academy Award. It was. But some trivia. Sean Connery had his own cabin on Alcatraz while filming. Of course, he's Sean Connery. Why would you say no? Sean Connery says, I want my cabin here on Alcatraz so I don't have to ferry back and forth that hour and, stay. This is where I want to stay. So remember the ties in with the 007 universe. That's something that it wasn't really like solid that he was like a captured 007, but that's something came out later on that somebody said, yeah, I mean, look at the ties, look at the differences. He was a spy, and it makes sense because if you really think about it, yes, we've had Sean Connery, we had Roger Moore, which I can't remember the guy that came in before Sean Connery, which was the first 007. Then we had Timothy Dalton, which was a horrible 007. Pierce Brosnan, and then homeboy now. I just drew a blank on his name. Daniel Craig. There we go. Daniel Craig. Yes, Daniel Craig. So the theory, guys, if you guys don't know, and what Lupe is mentioning, there we go. Bruce, and I'm going to butcher the name like I always butcher people's names. Lazenby. Yes, I think I got that one. So Bruce Lazenby was the first 007, and then goes the order of Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig. I am that good. Yes, thank you. This guy. Anyways, so yeah, the theory is that it wasn't always different actors that were coming in to play the 007. It was just 007 retired, and they brought in a new 007. That's the changing of the guard, changing of the actors, and that's how the 007 continued, like the idea. So Daniel Craig is not the like reboot new version of 007. He's just an older or a new 007. So Sean Connery, why he disappeared is because he was captured and he was at Alcatraz. There you go. That's the theory. But some of the Navy SEALs in the movie were actual Navy SEALs. Did not know that. That's great. They did a good job at acting. I thought they were actors. It wasn't like that movie. What was it? With Valor or something like that, or Valor or something Valor. But that movie was horrible. Great action scenes, and a lot of them were real SEALs that were in it, but it's just bad. What was the name of it? Lupe? I mean, you've been hitting it on the money. What was the name of that movie? It was something Valor. Oh, it was George. Was it Bruce or was it George Lazenby? Whichever one. Lazenby is the last name. Was the first 007. Act of Valor. There we go. Look at, man. I don't need IMDb. I got freaking Lupe right here. Right on, Lupe. Thank you. So, all right, guys. That was this week. George Lazenby. Okay, we got it corrected. Thank you, Darren, and thank you, Lupe, my two walking IMDbs. But from quirky family comedies and thrilling prison breaks stories to adventurous treasure hunts and intense action drama, this week's Geek History brings a variety of unforgettable cinematic experiences. And that is it, guys. That is this week in Geek History. And now the Dr. Pepper is hitting me. Woo! You know what, Lupe? So we're both in the same boat. Masters of useless knowledge and Yes, that's what we are. Amy O'Neill, Miss O'Neill, if you're still on, please, I would love to have you come on to the show and actually, we do a whole interview. I know you were in my area not too long ago because you were over at Four Color for Free Comic Book Day, which I wish I could have been there for that. But I was actually at Golden Apple helping out over there. But please, I would love to have you on. So if you see a message from me, I would love to have you on again. Anyways, all right, guys. So that was this week in geek history. Yeah, there was a lot of, and it doesn't seem like the month of, I can't say that the month of June isn't. It used to not be like the start of the blockbuster season. Then it started coming around that June was the start of the blockbuster season because we've got obviously all the kids coming out of school. So it's the start of summer. So they started, bombarding us with all the big movies. And we always look forward to the summer because we are always looking forward to the new big movies. And back in when the cooties came around, that kind of went away because we couldn't go to the movies. So now they're trying to bring that back. But honestly, there hasn't really been this is just my opinion, but there really hasn't been a movie I've been really wanting to go out to see. I mean, there's a few that I've thought, man, I need to see this in the movie theater. But then I thought about it and I was like, I mean, I could pay for it and rent it at home. It's just, and don't get me wrong, guys. I mean, if you guys let me know what you guys think. The cost of going to a movie nowadays, holy crap. It's expensive. And I know I'm missing out on the big screen. I'm missing out on the great sound system, but I'm also getting to miss out on all those nums that are in the theater that have to pull out their phone, text people while watching a movie that everybody's paid for, or get on their phone to talk to whoever it is to let them know, oh, I'm at the movies. And it's not hey, I'm at the movies. It's oh my God, I'm at the movies right now. I'll call you back. No, you're not that important. Keep your phone put away. Anyways, so that's why it's like, I want to see a lot of these movies in the movie theater, but it's starting to become very tempting to just watch them at home when they put them, when they start streaming them. Last thing me and Chris went to see was the 25th anniversary of the Transformers movie. Oh, I know. I wanted to go for that and I didn't get to go. I saw that. Oh my God. What movie theater? They put out like a really cool popcorn thing. And I didn't get to go. And I really wanted that. Actually, Lupe, wasn't it you that showed me the popcorn thing? I think it was you. It was a popcorn or something that you saw. But I also saw something else. Actually, Cinemex, which I was like, what the heck is Cinemex? It's actually it's a movie theater down in Mexico. It's called Cinemex. And sorry, I had something in my eye. But they put out the coolest popcorn thing aside from my Ghostbuster trap, the ghost trap that I bought from AMC. It was a DeLorean, and with the wheels up, it was flying with the doors were open and the popcorn was inside the middle. I want one of those. If anybody's out there that has one, I will pay top dollar $10 for one of those things. Or if you guys want to just be really nice and get me one, I'd be great. I'd be happy. But Cinemark, it was they were sold out before I got there. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I've done that too, where I've gone somewhere to try and I saw the popcorn holders and I was like, oh my God, I want that. They sold out. But hold on, guys. Sorry. The wind was pretty bad today. I wear contacts, get a lot of dirt in my eyes, and I got to get it out of my eye. But yeah, it's pretty expensive to go to the movies nowadays. And plus they keep putting out these cool things that I'm like, I got to spend another $180,000 to just get that because I really want it. But don't get me started, guys. Don't get me started. I'll get on my soapbox. Sorry, don't want to do that. But anyways, moving on because it's time. This is something we haven't done in a long time because we've had so many great guests coming on our show. You know what? I didn't even get a chance to give a shout out to two guys that I got to do the show with 2 weeks ago. Ray and Lee from Geeks Who Like Sports. I'm now a huge fan of hockey. Just going to say it. It is soccer on ice. I'm going to say that. That's what it is. Hockey is soccer on ice. And Lee said I could say that. Whatever it's going to take to get me to watch hockey, then I could think that. It really isn't. But I just thought it'd be funny to say. But check out their podcast. You can find that on YouTube, Spotify, and all the major like places that they put them up. They have audio and they have video. If you guys want to see them, you can see them on YouTube. But we've had so many great guests so far. We're halfway through the year, and we've had Ray and Lee. We've had Gene Freeman. We've had this year was Brian Volkweiss. We had oh my God, I'm going to blank out on some people, and I hate to do that. Danny from Mandalorian. And actually I had both Danny and Rory from the Mandalorian on, not so much this show. I'm not right now, but I did do interviews, and I do want to get Rory on and even get more Mandalorians on the show because it'd be great to have them. But it's been a great year, guys. And I do want to thank everybody that's been watching. This isn't the end of the podcast, so don't go anywhere. I'm just saying thank you. But thanks to everybody that's been supporting this. Since I'm thinking about it right now, everybody that's on Instagram, thank you guys for being on there. And then everybody else that's on like YouTube and Twitch and all that, thank you. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, you guys are what's driving me to keep going because I love seeing all the comments and talking to you guys and meeting new people, going to events and meeting new people. But anyways, all right. Before I shed some man tears, yeah, let's move into the next segment, which is that's right, Geek News. And you're still seeing a lot of me. So we don't want to see that. We want to see this. All right, we're going to start it off with Alien Romulus gets an awesome new trailer that, let me blow it, there we go. New trailer that leans into the intense horror. So when the first Alien came out, if you guys have, and I keep saying this, yes, I do. But if you guys haven't seen any of these, come on, at least check out the first two. Those were the best, Alien and Aliens, because they didn't want to call it Aliens 2 because their whole thought behind it was that most sequels didn't do too well. So they didn't want to call it Alien 2. They just called it Aliens because also in this movie, we don't just see one of the xenomorphs. So we see a ton of them. And also we see a bunch of eggs being laid. So hence aliens. Drop some knowledge on you guys. But this is now leaning more towards the horror because there's more that we can do now with the technology that we have than we were able to do back in the 80s when Aliens came out, and then also when Alien came out, which was in the 70s, but late 70s, right? Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But there's so much more that we can do now that it is now leaning towards more of the horror, which was Cameron's first idea for this movie, which was to be more of a horror movie, which it was. It was a horror movie. I mean, it scared the crap out of me as a kid. Didn't scare the crap out of me now. I just really like watching it. So, it looks like it's going to be a great, scary show. And so we've got an awesome and terrifying new trailer from Feed Alvarez. Feed, whatever. Sorry. Upcoming sci-fi horror film. Sorry, it's not the TV show. It's a movie. So 79. There we go. Thank you. See, look at these guys. I love it. Coming in. They're coming in hot. Both Darren. You know what, Darren? I need to have you and Lupe on the show. It would be a lot of fun to have all three of us talking about this stuff. We're gonna make that happen because we've all got useless information stored up inside of our brains. But so his sci-fi horror film, Alien Romulus, This movie looks seriously, it looks incredible, and it really is. I am really excited about this, and I haven't been excited about an alien movie in a long time. After Prometheus, after all those other, I mean, honestly, Alien 3. The see now they got into the alien like numbers, and it did horrible. But Alien 3 was, she was stuck on that prison planet, and she shaved her head, and then she popped out an alien and she died. But the rest of them were just really bad. And then you bring in like Prometheus and get all into this like crazy lore about how we came from these aliens that were then killed by the xenomorphs, and it was just ridiculous. But this one actually looks like it's going to be freaky, like scary, and it looks really good. So the trailer um, showcases a lot of great and crazy looking footage. Hold on, let me slide this down because I do have notes. That's what was taking. Sorry, guys, that was what was taking me so long to actually get the show going. Was I had to get all my notes together. I had to get this all lined out. So, but this is supposed to be set between the events of Alien and Aliens. So the movie is going to lean more towards like a lot towards the horror. And I mean, what they're saying is it promises intense thrills. The trailer is actually pretty crazy looking. So check out when you guys get a chance to go onto like YouTube, you can find it there. That's where I found it. And it is freaky, but it's saying that it takes place in between Alien and Alien. So we're now seeing kind of what was going on. Like, it was, what was it, 50 years from the time that, or no, 75. Maybe we can finally get new alien flick with colonial marines after this one. Honestly, Lupe, I agree with you. I definitely would want to see more of that. Like straight up warring against the freaking the xenomorphs with the colonial marines, them trying to track them down, hunt them down, and kill them. That would be something that actually I'd go for more too. But so this is supposed to be taking place in between the two. So I guess we're going to be seeing a little bit more of what was being spread prior to them finding Ripley and her telling them about what's going on. So, but it follows a group of young people on a distant world who find themselves in a confrontation with the most terrifying life form in the universe, xenomorphs. So, I know I'm looking forward to kind of seeing this because it looks pretty freaky. And again, watch the trailer. But I'm gonna lean towards Lupe. I would probably be more excited if we were seeing them going against the colonial marines and it being, yeah, you could throw some horror into it, but it's also can be action like we got from Aliens. So we'll see what happens. The movie stars Kelly Spani. I don't know who that is. Isabella Merced, Archie. See again. This is why I'm bad when it comes to names. But Archie Renox, Shadow and Bone. He's from Shadow and Bone. I know this name. Spike. I don't know the last name. Is far. Yeah. After Sun. I don't know that movie. Never seen it. And newcomer Ali Wu. So it's a lot of young actors, and actresses that are in this. I'm not too familiar with them. Oh, saying that with the Predator showing up at the end. Oh my God, that would be awesome. Yes, because in the comics we did get, was it Colonial Marines that joined up with the Predator to fight them? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up now. But that would be sick. Oh my God. Just when just when the Colonial Marines think that they're gonna lose and it's like gonna end the movie, all of a sudden we see the freaking the 3 dots, and then we see them just kind of coming into the shadow. That's what I want to see. That's it. Lupe, we're going to shoot that movie. Darren, you're going to help us shoot the movie. Anybody else that's here, that's my idea. I copyright it right here. Poor man's copyright, whatever. But that would be actually a cool movie. I'd do that. But anyways, I'm babbling. I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Alvarez is directing from a script he wrote with Rodo Soigis and Ridley Scott. Is producing along with Michael Pearce, which is the producer of Boston Strangler, for Scott Free and Brent O'Connor, Bullet Train, Elizabeth Quintel, Persuasion, and Tom Moran, The Donut King, which if you guys haven't watched that documentary, actually look that up. The Donut King. And all those at the bottom that I was naming off, they're all serving as executive producers. But The Donut King is actually a really good documentary if you guys get a chance. Look that up. It's crazy. All right, so enough of this. We've talked about aliens way too much, and my idea for an alien movie at the end. So next up, we've got Marvel's next Avengers movie will reportedly feature more than 60 MCU characters. So yesterday it was reported that Deadpool Wolverine director Sean Levy is in talks to direct the next Avengers movie with Marvel Studios. I mean, Sean Levy's got some cred, but we haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet. I mean, from what the trailers look like, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and a great movie to watch. Am I going to go see it in the movie theater? I don't know. Again, we go back to that idea of holy crap, it's expensive. But what he's reporting is that the report highlights the enormous scope of the project, especially regarding the number of MCU characters involved. So yes, we've got a lot of characters, and we've already seen that. We've seen that in Endgames, when all the characters were coming from all over the place. So we had a screen filled with characters. And now he's saying that he wants to go even bigger and put even more characters in it. So the question is, which characters are you talking about? Because obviously we lost, I'm not saying we lost, but Chris Evans isn't going to do that. I keep seeing a lot of different reports and different posts and different things about Robert Downey Jr. wants to reprise his role as Iron Man. Which, yeah, I get. Because we have the multiverse, so we could get a Tony Stark from another verse coming in, and he's obviously Iron Man. But here's the report, and it reveals over 60 characters. These roles could be reprised, which includes big names like Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Hiddleston, Simo Liu. Oh man, he's gonna hate me. I just blew that name. And Karen Gillian. Oh, Karen Gillian. Obviously, these are characters that were still pretty active in the MCU at the end of Endgame, and also they've had other movies after that. But these are just a few of the names that they're talking about. So the question is, who else could we get? Can anybody guess? Because I have no idea. Some of the details, again, are scarce, but recent rumors suggest 5 key characters may be central to the story. Anthony Mackie's obviously Captain America, because we're going to get Captain America again. Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Oscar Isaacs, which now we're bringing in some more of the TV shows, but his Moon Knight, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, and Tatiana Maslany, I don't care about her name. Sorry. From She-Hulk. I'm going to get hate for this, but I did not like She-Hulk. I didn't like it. I'm sorry, but it was dumb. It was a dumb show. That's my opinion. Hate me, love me, don't care, but I just didn't enjoy it. So obviously it sounds like we're going to get Captain America, Spider-Man, Moon Knight, the Hulk, She-Hulk, possibly Thor's coming back, um, Nebula, all these different characters that they're already, there's rumors of that, but I'm looking through this to see if they mentioned anything else because I can't remember. They don't say, but there is again another possibility of them. They obviously said because of what's his face messing up and going prison and all that other stuff, they're getting rid of Kang. Rumor is that they're going to bring Kang back, but it's a different variation of Kang that's going to be coming in because again, once they opened up the multiverse, it opened up the world to so many different variations of these characters that we can have come back into these movies. So, which Thor? Not Amidala Thor? No, I don't think she's dead. According to the movies, she's dead. She died. But yeah, I mean, she didn't do a bad. She wasn't bad as Thor, or as her version of it, and she was pretty buff. She buffed up for that. But no, I think it's going to be Thor himself because it's Chris Hemsworth, and he's got to make up for what he did in Love and Thunder because he even says, "I can't believe I did the character like that." He said he did it wrong, so he wants to reprise it and make up for it. By all means, go for it, man. But that's the word out there right now that we've got 60 possible characters. Be honest with you, this new phase of the MCU, I'm not even thrilled with. So it's kind of like I'm talking about it, but I probably could wait till it's on streaming. I was about to say DVD, but that's out the door. But when it's streaming on Disney Plus for free, I'm not excited, and that's sad because I was excited for phase 1, phase 2, and stuff. But now we're into this phase, and it's just like, Jeremy Renner had mentioned that he would like to reprise his role as what's his face with the arrows. No offense, Jeremy, but it was kind of, your character was kind of like, I know that a lot of people say that he was integral to the storyline too, but Hawkeye, Anyways, moving on. Enough of that. This is something that I didn't realize because it came out like, seriously, secret drop, just dropped it. But Star Wars Hunters, it is a actually really cool game. If you guys go on and check out the trailer, I got to get this game for the Switch. But this game is dropped onto the Switch, and check it out. And it's on mobile devices with cross-platform saves, and the game combines hero shooter genre with familiar Star Wars setting. So this thing is kind of it's like I guess the best way to put it is the way that these guys have put it, which is it's like an Overwatch and Apex Leagues, in like the style of the artwork of the characters and the title is kind of leaning that way, but it's also plays kind of like Overwatch as far as the characters, the way that they develop, but it's Star Wars. So it's an actual shooter game. It actually looks really cool. I watched the trailer. I'm now excited about this. I cannot wait to check this out. But so, and they actually have Galaxy's Edge as one of the worlds in the game. So if you guys have gone to Disneyland and have gone to Galaxy's Edge, which is a Star Wars themed area, they have that in the game, which is actually kind of cool. So yeah, it's a lot of really cool things that they've got going on. This thing actually looks like it's worth getting. And I believe it was free from what because I watched a couple of, everything's like all jumbled all together by this point, but I watched a couple of videos on the review of the game, and I believe it's free, and you have to obviously in-store or in the in-app purchases and other stuff that you can do for it. But it's worth it. It really does look like it's worth it. And you have different not skins, but like you can be like a shield bearing one, which is a stormtrooper with his Gatling gun that has a big old shield that comes around it, but he's obviously really slow. Then you've got like your guys that are carrying just blasters. You got all kinds of different categories you can check out. I honestly wish that there was more to the article that I had gotten and read. But the best part about it, like I said, it's a hero shooter genre with Star Wars, so you can finally play that. I know we got that with Battlefront, which I love Battlefront, the original ones, but it's something new, and it's got that feel of Overwatch. It's got that. If you've played those games, those are definitely games that you'll feel like right in. You'll fall into place with this game. So check it out. I wish I could tell you guys more about it, and I hate that I can't, because video games, I've kind of fallen off of the fallen off the bus. There you go. In the words of Ray, I'm off the bus when it comes to video games. I'm trying to get back on to start playing more, and this is a game that I definitely could put onto my Switch, bring up here with me on those days that I've got nothing really going on after work, and play. So that's what I'm going to probably do. As soon as I get home, I'm going to download Star Wars Hunters and probably give you guys a better review on this once I've played it. But this is something for you guys to check out. Go check it out. Again, if you guys are Switch owners, or you can get it onto your mobile phone. Let's get it on my mobile phone. Mobile phone. There we go. Check it out. Look, you get onto your phone, you go onto the App Store, look up Star Wars Hunters. Bam. There it is. And get. Well, yeah, I'm doing it online right there. So Disney, if you're watching, I'd like you to become one of my sponsors, sugar daddies, sugar mama, whatever. Send me money. I'd like that from Disney, or even just free stuff from Disney, or let me just go to Disney for free. I'm all over that. Boom, look at that. I downloaded it. Oh, it's taking forever. I'm downloading it now. I didn't download it right now. Anyways, moving on, guys, to the next story, which is something that's really cool. Masters of the Universe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. If you guys don't know about this, they actually did a crossover for the figures, which some of the figures actually look really cool. So you had Leo, who had right there that picture with the two swords, kind of like He-Man swords, but they're split in half. And then you had Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, and they were all done up in the style of Masters of the Universe. I think it was Donatello looked like Man-at-Arms. I think that's who it was. But they are doing a Masters of the Universe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I can't see that because that's stupid arrow. Nope. Too late. Nope. There we go. Crossover comic book has been announced. So I'm actually pretty excited about that because I do like Masters of the Universe. I didn't really like the new cartoon that they put out. I did. So let's start that over again. There's two cartoons. There was the Netflix Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe, and then there was the other Masters of the Universe that was, actually had He-Man and went through the whole story. That was the one I kind of liked because it was leaning more towards what I grew up with. Because I love Masters of the Universe as a kid, or actually He-Man as a kid. April Oshira, that's funny. I think she was April or Tila, so it would be like T-Pril. There we go. T-Pril, new character. April and Tila. Sorry. But they announced that they're going to be doing a crossover comic book that brings both worlds together. So I'm going to guess, this is just my guess, the Turtles will probably fall into some sort of temporal like portal or something like that. And Darren, it's up there on for everybody to see in the chat. I can't say it because I really want to have Kevin Smith to come on the show, and I'm going to be talking to JC, who is part of Kevin Smith's, I guess you can say, like, he's his producer of his podcast. So I can't say that, but there you go, Darren. I'm going to just say, I can't say that. But anyways, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm gonna guess that they fall into like a portal or something, land in Eternia, and join forces with He-Man to fight against Skeletor and possibly the Foot Clan that may fall into that. I don't know. I know. I know. But so that's just my guess. I don't take my word for it. I haven't. I mean, they've just announced it. They've kind of put things there that are like, well, this may be it, but we're looking forward to seeing that. And I really want to get it. So as soon as it comes out, I'm definitely going to get it, and then I will probably talk about it here on the show once it comes out. So moving right along. If you guys don't know where that song is, it's from the Muppets. It was Kermit the Frog and Fozzie Bear that were driving along together, and they did the whole. It was a great movie. So Ewan McGregor is first of 4 major celebrities coming to Los Angeles Comic Con, which that is something that Darren, we got. He's one of 4. One of the 4. There's another one that also hasn't been announced, which is, LA Comic Con, guys. If you guys have never been to LA Comic Con, get down to it. This year is actually not going to be in its normal slot, which was December. This is actually going to be in October, and it's going to be October 4th through the 6th, which if you guys go, you will see me in person live at LA Comic Con. I hope this year. We were there last year. Thank you to Project Wish Upon a Star, Darren over there, for being gracious and allowing us to actually have a little corner outside of their booth, but right there in the corner, needless to say, it was still the corner. We got to set up, we got to do stuff. It was a lot of fun. Thank you again. Darren, you guys are awesome. Yes, that was the other one I was going to say, which is Darren just announced Christina Ricci is going to also be there. But Ewan McGregor is going to be there, which I was like, oh my God, Obi-Wan. So yes, I am coming with you guys. I am. I will be there. So the competition for the biggest Comic Con in Los Angeles is intensifying, with LA Comic Con potentially outshining the historic WonderCon this year. I went to WonderCon this year. Nothing bad about WonderCon, really, except for the people that are standing in line with. They smell. It was bad. Guys, let's get a little serious here. Let's get a little serious. There's a little sergeant's time, little NCO time with you guys. And I've had to do this with some of my soldiers, and I always hate doing it to them because, I mean, their first time out away from home, and but it also makes me wonder, did your parents teach you how to take showers? Because you smell. And I'm sure, and I've lost all my viewers already on wherever else, because I'm getting into this and I'm going to sound mean, but please, when you go to a con, just a little, like, I mean, shoot, you don't have to roll it on. You can spray it on now, but just a little bit of that. I know it gets hot and sweaty in there, but just a little bit. So thank you guys. That is my sergeant's time for this episode. But Ewan McGregor will be coming. So this year's WonderCon, it was a lot smaller. It didn't have huge names. It had a lot more comic book artists and a lot more comic book writers there. I did see DJ Lance, who always a pleasure to see. I love that guy. That guy's, I mean, he also just the enthusiasm, the positivity just pours out of that guy. Super cool guy. I really like him. Always happy to see him. And DJ Lance, this is for you, to my Dr. Pepper brother. There you go. But yeah, so it was great to go. It was nice to actually go to a con, and because I haven't done it in a while, where I could just walk around. I didn't have to talk to anybody. I was just there to look at everything and buy stuff, and I did. but it wasn't as huge as it used to be. Like with the huge names, the huge stages, it was actually it was actually small. I mean, it was still a big event, but I mean, these aisles were actually pretty big because they didn't have as many vendors and many things going on. So, LA Comic Con with Ewan McGregor, Christine, Christina Ricci. God, I wish I had. Where's there was actually more. Those are the two biggest names. Oh, I'm still downloading, just so you guys know. Uh, where are you at? LA Comic Con. Hayden Pantieri from Heroes. She's going to be at the event also, which is another big name. And God, they had the list of them all, and now they don't. Christina Ricci, Hayden Pantieri, Ewan McGregor, and also, guys, hey, right now early bird pricing is available. It's already out there. It's showing that it's 89 for 3 days, 239 for the VIP, and 419 for the VVIP. So go onto their website, get your tickets. There, it's for a limited time though that this early bird special is going to be going on. So check it out, guys. Get on there, start getting your passes because June 4th, which was yesterday, 9 a.m. was when the early bird passes went up for sale. So which means that I got to get my media stuff over to them so I can get my media passes and more. But Ewan McGregor is coming. So like I said, LA Comic Con is going to be held October 4th through the 6th. Announced Ewan McGregor is one of the headliners of the guests, and the event aims to this is crazy. It aims to surpass its 22 record 2020 2022. There we go. God. I am like done. Their record setting attendance of 126,000 people for the 3-day event. So that's what they're hoping. They're hoping to actually surpass that, which last year there was quite a few people when we were there. I mean, shoot, man, at one point it got crowded in the back where we were. We were all the way in the back. But LA Comic Con's parenting company CEI emphasizes that the con's commitment to delivering bigger, broader, and more diverse experiences each year, which they do. They really do deliver a lot in the con. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun walking around every day that we were there and meeting new people and talking to people. So McGregor is a popular figure at major conventions, has appeared at New York Comic Con, MegaCon, Tokyo Con, and Fan Expo in San Francisco in the past years. So in one of 4 to 5 major guests planned for the year's events, and he's among the top 5 most requested guests for fans. So you guys that have asked for him, you guys have now gotten him. He is going to be at LA Comic Con, and we hopefully, Darren, hopefully I can do what I did last year. And I walked in, I got the industry pass, which those aren't given out to just anybody. I just happened to get one. I smiled and I got one, but I kind of was using it with great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, Uncle Ben said it very well. I abused my power. I abused it like crazy. I was going everywhere that I wasn't supposed to be going just because I had that, and I was getting free stuff, and that was bad too. But it was fun. I actually got to get into the signing area and talk to Miss Amy Jo Johnson, which I was excited to meet, the Pink Ranger. And then I was just going to other booths trying to get them to come over to the booth to sign the cow for Project Wish Upon a Star. Maybe this year I can do that again with Mr. McGregor. And we'll see. I mean, we will definitely see if the magic continues for me, but we don't know. For those of you guys that are unable to attend LA Comic Con in person, they actually are partnering with the Geek Saga to bring it to you live. No, they didn't. I wish. That would be awesome. That would be seriously cool. But another good company, which is IGN, they're going to be actually streaming the panels from the convention, and this move aligns IGN, increases focus on the live events, including its own IGN Live for the summer. So if you guys can't get out there, you guys can at least watch the panels on IGN. So yeah, it's crazy. So the report, this is what I'm reading the report here. It says that this announcement comes amid LA Comic Con and WonderCon's rivalry to be the largest Comic Con in LA area. Last LA Comic Con declared itself the largest event for comics, gaming, sci-fi, and pop culture. It was large. It really was big. And for the first day and a half, we were all in one area. And that area alone, that was a big area. Then we had to walk all the way down a crowded hallway to get to the other side to where a lot of the anime stuff was going on. And that was still a huge area. They had a track that had freaking little carts that people were testing out. That were I didn't get a chance to do it, but it looked pretty cool. But you know, it was huge. It was big. WonderCon this year wasn't as big. So yeah, the attendance for this past year was 122,000, which doubled WonderCon's last reported attendance of 66,000, but that was back in 2018. This year, I don't know how much they brought in, but it was not as much as what LA Comic Con did for last year. So again, let me finish this off. I actually, hey, damn, I did on my own. Anyways, October 4th through the 6th at the LA Convention Center. Early bird tickets are up for sale now. So get on there. I gave you guys the prices for just 3 days, $89, which that is a really good deal. So guys, don't miss out on that. Jump on that. If you want to be there for all 3 days, $89 is a freaking steal. Get your tickets now. And yes, Darren says LA Comic Con will always be their number one spot. They're always at LA Comic Con. They've got a large booth, and I'm going to help this year with whatever you need, Darren. I've got you. We might actually be able to talk to a couple other people too, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But talk to her to see if we can get Mr. McGregor. Oh my God. Let's just say if I met Ewan McGregor, I'd probably fall on the ground, like just faint. Him and even Christina Ricci, done. I'd be done. I'd just be like, all right, I'm going to pack up and go home. I'm done. But to meet Obi-Wan. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, the tickets are currently available. Check them out. Go on there. And yeah, you'll definitely see us all there. And it'd be a lot of fun. So with that, we go green, we go out, and we go out of this segment with all right, guys. You know what? I was going to do one more segment, but I'm at about an hour and a half, which is really cool because I was going to go on a rant about prices and things that make you go, but I'll save that for next week, and we'll talk about toy prices, and we'll talk about toys. So, guys, it's always a pleasure to do this. I love doing this show. And I love seeing all the responses, seeing all you guys that interact with me. Darren, thank you again. I do see all your posts, everything that's popping up on Instagram. And it means a lot to see that. And same thing with Lupe. Lupe, thank you for being on. And Masters of Useless Knowledge. That's what we were going to call, I will call us three. The three, we're the brain trust now. Oh my God, I should create a shirt that has Darren, Lupe, and me, the brain trust. Because when you put us together, it's always going to be fun. But you guys, it's been a pleasure as always. It's always fun to come on. Thank you guys for coming on, and thank you guys for your chat and everything else. T-shirt idea. Yes, that is a t-shirt idea. Boom, boom, boom. 3 faces for radio. But it would be a lot of fun to do that. Like Pet Boys. Yes. Oh my God, that's a great idea. The 3, like a Pet Boys. Oh my gosh. Yeah. God, now I got to work on that. I'm going to work on it. But yeah, guys, it's always a lot of fun. Next week we will have a guest. Actually, we might actually have 2 guests. I'm waiting for one more response back. But this month is looking really good for guests, and it's, we've been very fortunate with meeting a lot of different people. I've got a company that may be coming on, and I'm still waiting for the full response from them. But we also have Josh coming on the show. We have JC from Scum and Villainy that is going to be on the 17th. It's a special night. It'll be a Monday at 8 o'clock, and we're just going to talk. Scum and Villainy is a bar that is Scum and Villainy Cantina, which is in Hollywood, which is a Star Wars themed bar, which is amazing. And I had a lot of fun going there, checking it out, and also being there for a Evil Ted build, which those guys don't know who Evil Ted is. Look him up. He is an amazing, amazing prop builder. He does a lot of stuff with foam, and I went to one of his classes, which he's announced that he's doing another one this month on the 17th at Scum and Villainy. So go on to his website, should have a link. Go on to his Instagram, which will have a link to get a ticket to go. And you'll be building this one is the female breastplate, and I think the next month is going to be the male breastplate. But regardless if it's for a woman or not, it's a lot of fun to learn how to use foam and manipulate it and everything. And they provide all the things that you need, like the knife, the foam, the glue. They provide it all. So you can go there and build, and he'll tell great stories as he's doing all this stuff. Check it out. And he also will go live as long as his internet's working this time, or actually as long as he's got the right power cord, he'll be good to go. But Ted, you're awesome, man. It was a lot of fun actually meeting you in person. So I look forward to the next event. I can't go to this one, unfortunately, because I have work, which always sucks. But I will go to try to make it to the next one. But Scum and Villainy, and then we've got that same week, we got actually Ryan and his wife from Golden Apple that will be coming on the 19th of this month. 2 really awesome people. I had a lot of fun at their event. They were gracious enough to invite me to be there. And they keep saying, well, you had the equipment. Yeah, but a monkey could push a button. I mean, you guys invited me to your event, which was a lot of fun. Met a lot of great people there. And then at the end of the month, on the 26th, we have Infinite Abilities, which I should have announced them sooner, or I should have talked about them earlier. Online comic book store, which helps those that are, and I always never know how to say it that doesn't sound politically incorrect, or special needs. I guess we can say that. Desiree, I'm sorry if you see this, but I'm shouting you guys out. Infinite Abilities, go onto their website, check them out. They are a online comic book store currently that employs those that are special needs. Not so much special needs, but special people. I guess I'm so bad at that politically correct stuff, but they employ them to help them out. She used to be a teacher for those that are special needs, and her and her husband decided to open up a comic book store. That's brave. That's braver than me. And I do some crazy stuff. I've done some crazy stuff, but they've opened up a comic book store. Check them out, infiniteabilities.com. Go onto their website. They were at Chatsworth. That's where I saw them. I didn't get to meet them because they were afraid to approach me, which is kind of funny because I'm like, you could approach me. Those people here at work say, yeah, no, you can't approach me. Yeah, you can approach me. I'm pretty friendly most of the time. No, not really. But anyways, check them out. huge shout out. I am going to put together a little banner for them too, like I do for Project Wish Upon a Star. But they will be coming on at the end of the month. So we have quite a few people lined up for this month, which I'm really excited. Next month, July, is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be gone for half the month. It's our typical training that we got to go through. So first half I'm around, second half I am gone. So there will be 2 weeks where we will not have Geek Saga. I might still do some posts while I'm out where I'm at if I can do it, but for the most part, it's going to be nothing. So, but anyways, guys, I've babbled on enough. I've talked a lot. And if you guys are looking for us, check us out at those places down below, which is Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. There it is. That's the one I was missing. Twitch. All at the Geek Saga. If you guys are trying to get a hold of us, you can DM us on Instagram and we do answer back. You can email us at thegeeksaga20@gmail.com. Again, guys, thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about all this nonsense that we absolutely love. And I am just passionate about, I'm passionate about even doing this. So, and if you got, well, one more thing, I swear, if you see those posts that are coming up on our Instagram, that we are looking for more podcasters. We're looking for people to team up with us, to come onto the show, to be a part of the show, that will be able to get a chance to go to conventions. Hit us up. Let's talk. And we'll see if we're a fit, but we're definitely looking for that. If you have Streamlab skills, if you guys know how to work with Streamlab, please hit me up. I'm looking for somebody I need that. We need help. We need help building up this whole, the Geek Saga team. You'll be part of the Geek Saga team. Is there pay involved? No, not yet. But you guys can help us get big so we can all finally get paid. Huh? Thinking ahead. Yeah, but we are definitely looking for guys that can, or people, not guys, not just guys. I'm just saying people that can help out. If you want to be a producer, you want to have a title that says, I'm a producer of a podcast. I'm more than happy to put that on a card and say, hey, you're now our producer and you'll be the one handling like the stuff that's going on right now that I'm trying to keep track of. But hit us up, DM us, email us. Let's talk. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But as for me, I'm going to call it a night because it's time to go Mimi's. And I haven't even eaten, have I? No, I haven't. But dang, I started late. Yeah, it's already late. So that's it. Guys, come back next week, 7:30 Wednesday. We will be closer to 7:30 than being 7:30-ish. But 7:30 Wednesday on Facebook, YouTube, and on TikTok, on Instagram. Find us all there. And as always, guys, come back, watch us, join us, because the saga continues.